First of all, I really like the location of your site. I think Palo Alto is a great area, and they have a great climate there, and a lot of people like to be outdoors and engaged in their community, so this is a great place for people to get to come together. Now for the dirt. One thing that I think will help clarify your project is if you define the access points, where you want people to enter the site, where you want them to exit. Are they going to be coming from the parking lot or the building? I also want to know who your user is. I understand that this complex is for veterans, so really think about the veterans and what their needs are and what their capabilities are as well, because as they go throughout this healing garden, you're going to want to make sure that everyone will be able to experience something, because some of them won't be able to walk, some will have bad hearing, some won't be able to see. So make sure you take all those things into account as you're creating the different spaces. As far as concepts, one of my favorite concept of yours was the second one, because I really like the space that was provided when you shifted that open space and connected those two areas that were in front of the buildings. I think it would be really awesome, however, if you were able to take that idea from your concept 2 and integrate that with the phases from concept 3 and really be able to draw out that experience. Because I liked your idea from concept 1, how you have like the area for the healing gardens and the connections between those. But if you are able to shift that down into this other concept that elongates it, and you could spread out those spaces and really also create areas, the connections become areas for contemplation and just really enjoying being outside rather than in the hospital. One thing that I think you should consider is when the families or people that are going to be staying in that new building are coming and seeing their loved ones, whether they're veterans or ill or injured, you should think about the space that you're creating and how it can essentially be the last time that they're going to be able to spend with these people. So we try to create Kodak moments within that. And also, you were saying how with the phases that you saw these series of parking structures going in, and I just want to encourage you to think that you don't just have to shift all the parking into a garage, that you can also spread it out, and it will help provide easier access for the different users throughout the site if you do end up spreading out those different areas for meditation. That way, when people are going into it, they'll understand what kind of healing they're looking for and be able to access those areas clearly and directly. One thing that I have concerns about were the buffers that you had pointed out in concept 1 as well, and blocking your healing garden from the traffic. Make sure that those buffers don't instead block people out. You want to make sure you can still have those visual connections and welcome people into your space. One alternative I have for you is incorporating traffic calming on those roads as well, and creating a safer environment that way, rather than just like putting up this wall and barrier that completely blocks people out. One of the things I want to challenge you with, I guess, from here is to come up with a title. I noticed your project didn't have one that really defines that problem and gives you a solution to work toward. And also, don't be afraid to take risks. This is our senior project, so go all out. One piece of advice that I got from a reviewer that I think might be helpful for you when you're working in plan view and trying to figure out all these spaces is when you get stuck, turn that plan upside down or look at it from a different angle and approach your project with a new perspective. If you have any other questions, I sit in the desk right next to you, so I'll talk to you later.